When I was in middle school, I went to try out for the football team. I was new to the school and I didn't really have any friends yet, and I remember being nervous and kind of scared, and I wondered if everybody thought that I was going to be good enough to play on the team. I remember wishing that my friend Adam from my old school was there with me. You know, sometimes things are just better with friends. Having someone by your side can make scary, intimidating things easier. It's not always easy to show up to church on your own. Small groups are one way that we make sure that you're not doing this faith thing alone. Small groups are a place at church for you to come in, get connected, be yourself, and find people to support you. You may love and be invested in your group. Sometimes being in a small group isn't always easy because you're new. Don't have a lot in common with your group, or you're an introvert, or you worry about feeling judged or misunderstood. But small group is a place that you can show up, support, and be a friend to other people. This conversation will help you be a better friend to others and find friends who are supportive, encouraging, and awesome in and outside a small group. The writers of the Bible explain what should happen when followers of Jesus meet together. The Hebrew people had a long history of going to the temple to connect with and grow closer to God. But when Jesus came, some followers felt that since they were in good standing with God, they no longer needed to meet together anymore. The author of Hebrews wrote, "Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works, and let us not neglect meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near." See, the writer of Hebrews explained that church isn't about showing up to get closer to God. It's also about encouraging and supporting and building each other up as we grow in our faith. And small groups give us the chance to be in community, to encourage, love, and hang out with one another. Paul, a leader of the early Christian church, wrote a letter to the Colossians where he gave encouragement about being in community with one another. Therefore, as God's choice, holy and loved, put on compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Be tolerant with each other, and if someone has a complaint against anyone, forgive each other, as the Lord forgave you. So also forgive each other. And over all these things, put on love, which is a bond of unity. To make our small groups better, we have to show up with qualities like compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, and love. The closer we grow to God, the more God's Spirit will help us develop these things in us and in our relationships. The way that you think about, talk about, and treat other people in your group determines what kind of experience everyone has in your small group. You can make small group a great experience for everyone. But where do we start? What can we do to make our small group the kind of place that everyone, including us, wants to come back to each and every week? I think it begins with just a few things. First, you gotta show up. Commit to giving it a chance and being open to what could happen. Start simply by showing up for your group, both in person each week and in community together outside of church. Then, think about how you can make your small group great. This starts with showing up to small group with the qualities that you want to find in return. If you want your group to be trustworthy, make sure that you're trustworthy. If you want your group to be more loving, show up and show more love. If you want your group to be fun, then make sure you bring the fun when you get there. And remember, even if you're not sure about all this small group stuff, these things can help you in your friendships, your dating life, family, with your teams, and any other place that you find yourself in community with other people. When you choose to show up constantly and consistently and put on the kind of qualities that Paul talked about, I think that you'll find that your relationships will be stronger and better. Here's my hope for all of us today, that we will commit to showing up to small groups with a new perspective, that we'll look at a group as a space to not only grow closer to God, but to grow closer to one another, that we'll commit to putting our best selves into our groups so that we can all walk away feeling closer, stronger, and more connected. Remember this, you can help make small group a great experience for everyone.